everybody, it's Debbie here and welcome back to my Crafty Den. If you're new here, thank you so much for hitting on that button and deciding to watch this video. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate each and every view. Without you guys, I wouldn't have a channel. So I have this, I believe it's a dollar store sign, and it's that it's almost like an MDF board with paper on top is what it is. So I think I could probably peel this off, except that I really like this sign. I think it's really cute, and I just wouldn't use it all year round. It's great for the fall. But if I turn this over and take this off, and I think I can get these knots undone. So if I take this jute twine off here so that I can use it again, I think I can, there's one, I think I can use the back of this sign, and if I don't damage the front, then I can flip it around and I can have it for the fall for my decor as well. So I don't have anything hardly on my walls in this house, and it's not like I can go out and go shopping or anything like that. But I was going through my paper pads, and I found this, and it's absolutely, it's just, well, it is. It's just so in tune with what's happening right now because we're home. We can't go out. We can't do a lot of stuff. So what I thought was I'll put this on the back of that. Then I think I'm going to edge and maybe distress the edges a little bit. I'm not sure if I'll do anything to it. I may just put this on that sign, do a little something around the edges and hang it up. But yeah, I do love this. So all I'm going to do, this is a quick one. I'm doing the Vita challenge for April, and Vita is a video every day in April, or if you're a vlogger, it's a vlog every day in April. And so that's what we're doing. That's what the Vita challenge is, and there's a few people doing it. So I am going to just put, this soaks into this, it soaks into this Mod Podge. Of course, it's Mod Podge. That's what I usually always use. And I'm not doing a whole bunch of stuff like this right now because my supplies are a little bit on the low side. And yeah, I have an hour's drive to get into Fredericton to shop at Dollarama. The Dollaramas are lined up outside, of course, because, well, there's a lot of people in the city that shop there because of the food. And yeah, it's an essential service because it has food. But there's nothing that says you can't get craft supplies when you go in as well. I'm just going to take a little bit of that off right there. So, and yeah, there's some lumps in this. So I think I've mentioned, if you've watched me before, I've mentioned that this Mod Podge was a 1 quart bottle. It was 32-ounce bottle. And I've had it for about 2 years. I guess at least 2 years. So it was starting to get a little lumpy and a little bit thick in the bottom of the bottle. So I poured it into this other squeeze container, and I just wanted to be able to use it all. I didn't want to waste anything. Nobody wants to waste anything right now. We're being extra careful. So I'm going to take this paper, and I'm going to put it, I'm going to make sure I have it right side up. So right side up, because my holes for my strings are in the top. I'm going to turn this over, and I am going to put this down on here, right in the center, because that picture is right in the center. So right in the center, and as straight as I can get it. I think that looks good right there. So I'm going to just press it down Then I'm going to turn the whole thing back over. And I am going to work out all of this. So I have this card. It's just my TELUS, when I got my last phone, it was the little card that came with my SIM card in it. So yeah, push this all out and get it all nice and smooth. Now this already has a little bit of dark going around the edges, but once this is dry, I'm going to touch that up a little bit. Yeah, it makes me sad every time I think about all the stuff that's back in Ontario, and we were going to go back and get, we're going to try to do a couple of loads before they close the borders. And, you know, it's a day drive. It took me 17 hours to get here. My car was packed right to the brim, Lucy and I hardly fit in there ourselves. And for those that are new, Lucy's my kitty. My kitty cat, she travels with me. She's the best cat in the world for that. So I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to try to fold these edges just a little bit like this, so that all I'm doing is putting it on the table and folding it up, and that'll just prevent them from trying to curl back and maybe lifting up at the corners. So there, it's nice and even and in the middle, and I'll be able to just poke my holes through and tie the same twine on, which is what I'm going to do. And yeah, so I'll be back when this dries. Okay, so I don't think this is quite dry, but I got my cutting mat, and I've got my piece, and I've got my X-Acto knife. And I think the easiest way to trim this is going to be to just follow this edge all the way down, and then just take it off. There. So, yeah, that's going to be perfect. So I'm going to go all the way around the sides like that. I think my cut's a little bit better than their cut, which is okay. I could probably cut their cut off again. They're a little bit better. There. That's better. I'm grateful for some of the things that I do have here, because I'd be upset if I had to try to trim this off and I couldn't get it done. And yeah, so I do have my mat and my X-Acto knife here, so I'm grateful for that. And I believe I'm going to go around the edge of all of this with some vintage photo. So let me get that. Instead of using a sponge, I think I'm actually just going to use it right from here. So I want to go around the edges like that. To get that nice dark edge. So I've got that much. Now I want a little bit in from the edges. So sponges. Let me grab my sponges and get the one that I was using for the vintage photo already. I think it's that one. There. So, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's staying safe. My heart just goes out to you girls that have to go into the hospitals every day and work. I know how horrible that is. It's, yeah, it's horrible. I have a few friends that have to go to the hospital every day and work back home. And I know that's got to be stressful for them. But I also have friends on Facebook and on YouTube that have had to go out and work every single day. And I'm just trying to get my pokey tool to poke through this. But they've had to go out there every single day. And I know they're getting exhausted. They're... you know, they're just about at the last of their, and we're only in the middle, like right in the middle of this crisis. So yeah, it's really difficult. It's got to be horrendous for them. So, but if it wasn't for you, then all those people that needed help wouldn't have the help. So yeah, so my heart goes out to those nurses, those doctors, those, even the receptionists, the, you know, the housekeepers, the people that work in the kitchen at the hospital. My sister did that for many, many years, supplied meals to the people in the hospitals. And it must be very difficult to be in that situation every day and then have to go home to your families. So... yeah, it's almost to the point that it's all you can think about. So I have this, and where did I put that string that I took off? But yeah, it's a hard job, a hard job. So I am just going to take this, and I'm going to poke it back through. I'm going to try to poke it back through. I might have to put a little bit of tape around the end of this. Hold on a sec. So, I didn't put any tape on it, but I had my fabric glue sitting right here. So I took a tiny little dab and put it on my fingers and then just wrapped it around the ends. And it will create a really cool little spot right there. So I think I should be able to just tie a knot like this right there in the end, and tie a knot like that on the other side. I always do 2 loops, so put it through once and then put it through again. And then push it to the end and you've got this nice chunky little knot that will hold. So I have that, and it needs so I'm just going to put a little bit of fabric glue on here. I'm not going to let my heat gun get hot and put some glue stick in it and everything just for one bow. So I'm not doing any more today. I'm just doing this because, like I said, I'm putting a video up every single day, and I can't do multiple projects if I'm doing that. If I was posting twice a week or something, maybe, but for right now, this is what I have. I love that it looks dingy and dirty and old, and yeah, this just a little bit right there. I wonder if I need another one for there. No, I don't think I do. I think I just need the one. I'm trying to make it plain and simple, and yeah. So this will finish drying. I can tell just from the feel of it. It's still cold. When things are wet, they usually feel cold, and once they've dried, they kind of warm up to room temperature. So that's what I have. So when this is all dry, I'm going to hang this up maybe over my sink in my kitchen, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't have anything there. I don't have any kitchen art up. I don't have anything up in my living room. Yeah, it is what it is. They'll let us cross the border eventually, and we'll be able to go back and get the rest of our stuff. But until now, we're here. We're happy. We love where we live now. And yeah, so we love where we live. So thank you very much for watching, everybody, and stay safe. Please be careful when you go out there, and you know, take precautions, stay away from other people, and follow all the guidelines, and let's cross our fingers that this is over soon. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and share. By all means, if you're not a subscriber, consider hitting that button and joining my YouTube family, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye bye for now.